share 1.959 trillion to federal government, state, and local government areas. Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited fixing fuel prices illegal. Contemptuous. Falana. KOGI SDP Senatorial candidate Tanko Ozi collapses structure, declares support for APC's Ododo. Czech Parliament approves treaty, deploy US troops. Super Falcons will conquer Canada in 2023 FIFA World Cup Women's Championship opening game. Unveils. This is the MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Jennifer Odimayo. Thanks for joining us. The Federation Account Allocation Committee, FAAC, is about to share 1.959 trillion being revenue generated in June 2023 among the federal, state, and local governments. The technical and plenary meeting of the FAAC will be held to formally approve the amount that will go to the federal government, state, and local government. According to a report, statutory collection make up 1.7 trillion of the federally collected revenues, followed by 293 billion from value-added tax, VAT, and 12 billion from electronic money transfer charges. Senior Special Assistant Media and Publicity to the President, Temitope Ajayi, while reacting to the development, said that FAAC will share almost 2 trillion in July, the first time in history, as revenue for the three tiers of government is an immediate and major benefit of fuel subsidy removal. Speaking on the issue as well, Professor Uche Uwaleke of Nasarawa State University described the amount to be shared as a remarkable increase in FAAC allocation. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana San criticized the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited for its adjustment of the pump price for premium motor spirit PMS or petrol from around 500 naira to 617 naira per litre. Falana was reacting to the NNPCL's seemingly overnight price hike, which saw the second impromptu petrol price review in under 2 months, coming from a ballpark price of 185 naira in May. In a statement, the senior advocate of Nigeria noted that President Bola Tinubu, in his inaugural address in May, announced that his administration would govern the country in accordance with the rule of law. He cited a federal high court judgment which held that by the combined effect of the Petroleum Act, Price Control Act, and the Constitution of the federal government must always fix the price of petroleum products sold across Nigeria. According to him, the federal government was disqualified with the judgment and filed an appeal at the Court of Appeal. He also added, the appeal has not been determined. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited has usurped the power of the federal government to determine and fix the prices of petroleum products in the country. Governor Diri of Bayelsa State has unveiled a new transport scheme as part of measures to alleviate the suffering of commuters in the states occasioned by the federal government's removal of fuel subsidy. Inaugurating 100 taxis and 6 luxurious buses at the DSP Alamyeye Siega banquet hall premises in Yenagwa, Diri said the initiative was his administration's palliative to boost the transportation sector. The governor, in a statement by his chief press secretary, Daniel Alabra, acknowledged the hardship on Bayelsans due to the removal of the subsidy on petrol. This is another historic day as we launch this fleet of transport vehicles to alleviate the suffering of our people, he added. He called on youth of the state to take advantage of the initiative to empower themselves, just as he projected over 100 youths would be engaged as drivers in the intrastate and intracity transport scheme. On his part, Fanama urged youths to avail themselves of the scheme and see driving as a career. The Colleges of Education Academic Staff Union has directed its members nationwide to go to work 2 days weekly until the federal government yields to its demand of 200% increase in salary. This is contained in a statement signed by COASU National President, Smart Olugbeko, in Abuja. Olugbeko said the decision was reached at the union's extraordinary meeting amidst the difficulty of its members to get to work as a result of hike in the price of petrol. According to him, the implementation of removal of fuel subsidy by the federal government 2 months ago raised the price of a litre of petrol by 250%. Olugbeko explained that it became inevitable for the union to direct members to go to work only 2 days weekly. He added that an emergency NEC meeting will be convened to decide the specific days of the week members were to go to work. He also said that salaries and wages has remained the same since 2010, while petrol price rose intermittently from 65 naira to 70 naira in 2010 to 650 naira in 2023, tenfold increase. He called on the federal government to urgently do the needful because the inevitable action of the union against this hardship will have devastating effect on the students as it might lead to a prolonged academic calendar. A federal high court sitting in Abuja threatened to issue a warrant of arrest against the suspended governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, over his failure to appear in court to explain circumstances surrounding the $53 million judgment debt arising from the Paris Club refund. Justice Iyank Ekwo, who ordered Emefiele to appear on the next adjourned date, said he was minded to exercise restraints in the proceedings to give the CBN boss an opportunity to explain himself in the matter. Emefiele's counsel, Audu Anuga-san, has prayed the court to give his clients another opportunity due to the fact that they had been unable to reach him since the last order directing him to appear in court. Anuga told the court that Emefiele, who was suspended as CBN governor, had been in detention and that all efforts to reach him to communicate the directive of the court to him were unsuccessful. The senior lawyer said since his client was still in detention after his suspension despite an order mandating his release, they are at the mercy of the court. The judge adjourned the matter till October 31st for the CBN and Emefiele to show cause why an arrest warrant should not be issued against the former governor. We'll go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Malachite TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. And on politics, the candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC in the 2023 presidential election and now President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, stirred the hornet's nest recently when he cautioned the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal (PEPT) against attempting to remove him from office on the grounds that he did not get 25% of the total votes casting during the presidential election in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Abuja. He warned that such action could lead to chaos and anarchy in the country. President Tinubu asked the Election Tribunal to dismiss the petition seeking the nullification of his election for not scoring 25% of the lawful votes cast in the FCT, arguing that having scored 25% in about 30 states of the Federation, his failure to obtain 25% in the FCT would not be strong enough to deny him of his hard-earned victory. In a build-up to the 2023 governorship election in KOGI State, a 1 million man march have been staged in Lokoja, the state capital. The The Lokoja 1 million man march was staged in support of Ahmed Usman Ododo and Joel Salifu Oyibo, the governorship and deputy governorship candidates of the All Progressive Congress APC for the November 11th race in the Confluence State. Organizers of the march are optimistic that the party candidates remain the most sellable personalities to serve as the next governor and deputy governor respectively in the state. Let's join our reporter Joshua Adinoye for the details.
The Lokoja 1 million man march, which started from Zone 8 Junction down to the Muhammadu Buhari Civic Center, Lokoja, saw the crowd displayed different customized materials in support of Ododo as they rolled out drums and displayed different dance steps. Conveners of the Lokoja 1 million man march, Balogu Simeon, popularly called AC Cool, pharmacist Onimisi Joseph Adeza, and Habib Amoka, expressed optimism that the party's governorship candidate, Ahmed Usman Ododo, will consolidate on Governor Yahya Bello's achievements in the state.
Alhaji Usman Ododo is a nice man. Please, I'm telling the go guys now, please, everybody should support Alhaji Usman. That is my reason of bringing people outside today to come and join us to celebrate it. We are celebrating. The incoming governor is going to add to our security. There will be peace in the state.
The good work that our governor in Czech has done, we want to concentrate on that. That is why we are bringing Ododo on us. So we are here to tell the people that vote for Ododo so that we can enjoy what they have done and continue working on it for the betterment of the state and for the citizens of the state.
Also speaking, the convener of Avoy Team for Ododo, Billy Avoy Nwogu, and the KOGI State Chairman of Tailors Association of Nigeria, Ismaila Abdul Qadir, described Ododo as the right man for the Lugard House.
Achievements we have recorded so far during the period of Alhaji Ododo Bello, the best man to take on and to carry on these activities so that KOGI people can realize and enjoy the benefit of democracy. We have to do this in demonstration of our love, of our passion, of our commitment to the person of Usman Ododo.
Ododo is a very nice man. My prayer for him now is that we thank God, we pray for God that the election is going to be successful and give him the victory.
In an interview with some appointees, the State Accountant General, Jibril Momo, Auditor General, Yakubu Okala, the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Barrister Didat Oziki, and the Commissioner for Solid Minerals and Natural Resources, Engineer Abubakar Bashir Jegu, all expressed optimism that Ododo will record a resounding victory in the coming governorship election.
KOGI is APC and APC is KOGI. And KOGI people, they are very intelligent politically. So the chances of winning our candidate will be very, very high and bright. Where we are now in HYKE, most of the projects you will see in HYKE. So we've done it before. What is coming to do is just consolidation. So it's better for them, for KOGI to shine their eyes and follow the person that knows.
Ahmed Usman Ododo is a great personality. He's a man of humility. He's a man of character. He's a man of passion.
He has served in this state for several years, and we can attest to the fact that he has good vision for the state, and he's very passionate about the plight of KOGIs.
The man Ododo Ahmed Usman, popularly known as OE, is the man to beat in the November 11th election, and is the most viable, most accessible, most honest, sincere candidate among all other candidates for various political parties.
Addressing the mammoth crowd at the Muhammadu Buhari Civic Center in Lokoja, the APC governorship candidate, Ahmed Usman Ododo, assured that he will not disappoint the people and promised to carry everyone along in the discharge of his duties when elected.
I want to promise and assure you that this mandate is for
KOGI united. This mandate is for the progress. And I want to let you know that come 27 January 2024, we are going to be a governor for all, irrespective of your religion, irrespective of your ethnic background or political line. And I want to assure you, we will continue to hold a very peaceful campaign, a campaign that will reflect the unity of our dear state, a campaign that will be issue-based, because our leader, His Excellency, has done a lot, and as such, we are going to involve every critical stakeholder.
Supporters and other stakeholders of the party enjoyed the beautiful performance of artists as they reassured of their readiness to work for the success of the party in the state. I am Joshua Adenoi, reporting for MLC TV.
The senatorial candidate for KOGI West in the 2023 general election, Barrister Abdullahi Ozi, has collapsed his structures and moved his loyalists in KOGI West to the All Progressive Congress. Ozi, who was the minority leader in KOGI State House of Assembly from 2007 to 2011, representing KOGI Kotunkarfe State constituency, said he was collapsing his entire SDP structure in the West to support the governorship candidate of the APC, Usman Ododo. The former SDP senatorial candidate said, having analyzed all the candidates of the various political parties, including SDP, he had come to the conclusion that Usman Ododo had the required competence and will to govern the state and truly build on the achievements of Governor Yahaya Bello. He commended Governor Bello for providing purposeful leadership and unprecedented infrastructure in the state. The governorship candidate Ododo welcomed Ozi to APC and promised to consolidate on the achievements of his mentor, Governor Bello. He noted that the former SDP chieftain had made the right choice in the interest of the state. He enjoined KOGItes to ensure that KOGI State remains on the path of growth and national reckoning by voting for APC en masse in the November 11th governorship election. On the foreign scene, the Czech parliament gave its expected approval Wednesday to a defense treaty signed by the United States in May that would deepen military cooperation and make it easier to deploy U.S. troops on Czech territory. The lower house of parliament voted 115 to 18 in favor of the defense cooperation agreement. The treaty endorsed by the Czech Senate last week goes next to President Petr Pavel for his expected approval. The document would set a legal framework for possible deployment of U.S. troops in the country at a time of Russian aggression against Ukraine. Senatorial signed the treaty together with U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin in Washington, D.C. on May 2023. The U.S. has such agreements with 24 other NATO members, including Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, Romania, and Bulgaria, that form the eastern flank of the alliance. The lawmakers of the five-party ruling coalition were joined by most of their colleagues from the opposition ANO movement led by former populist Prime Minister Andrej Babis in supporting the treaty. It was opposed by major anti-migrant populist Freedom and Direct Democracy Party, which claimed the pact compromising the country's sovereignty and makes possible a permanent presence of U.S. troops on Czech territory. But any particular deployment of U.S. forces will still need approval by Czech government and parliament. The president of Stanford University has stepped down in the wake of an independent investigation that found substandard practices in research papers he was involved in. Marctesia Laving, the leader of the prestigious California University, issued a statement on Wednesday saying he would leave his post effective August 31st. reports in the United States had raised questions about falsified data in research linked to Tessia Laving, a prominent neuroscientist from Ontario, Canada. But on Monday, a scientific panel commissioned by Stanford Board of Trustees cleared Tessia Laving of participating in any misconduct, though it did find serious flaws in the research papers reviewed. The panel has identified evidence of manipulation of research data at least 4 of the 5 primary papers at issue. But the panel did not find evidence to conclude that Dr. Tessia Laving engaged in, directed, or knew of the misconduct when it occurred. Tessia Laving has served in his role as president for nearly 7 years. He will be replaced by interim president Richard Sala starting in September. Jonah Malik has the latest sport news.
Hello and glad to have you on Sports Update on MLC TV Global News. Former Kwara United head coach Samson Inoanel says he's optimistic the Super Falcons will pick the maximum point against Canada in the 2023 Women's FIFA World Cup opener. Recall that Nigeria is also pitted alongside Australia and Republic of Ireland. He said football is a game of 11 players on the pitch and he knows the women have the experience to overcome Canada. With Oshola and other experienced players on the field of play, I don't see Canada beating Nigeria, he added. And that's all on Sports Update. I am Jonah Malik reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah. Let's join Joy Dada for the entertainment news.
Welcome to today's entertainment segment. I am Joy Dada. In Africa, Afrobeat singer David Adeleke aka Davido has announced that he recently disbursed over 200 million to 424 orphanages across the country through the David Adeleke Foundation. Announcing this via his Twitter handle, Davido said individuals and corporations across various sectors and regions contributed to the donation. According to the press statement attached to his tweet, a total of 13,818 children benefited from the donation. Records that Davido donated 250 million naira to 292 orphanages in Nigeria last year, fulfilling the promise he made on his birthday in 2021. Crossing over to Europe, songs by Nigerian musicians Burna Boy and Ira Star has been included in former President of the United States of America, Barack Obama's 2023 summer playlist. The 44 American leader unveiled the list via his Twitter handle, Sitting on Top of the World by Grammys award-winning Nigerian singer Burna Boy, featuring US British rapper 21 Savage and Ira Star's Stability were the only Afrobeat songs on the playlist. Thanks for joining me. I am Joy Dada reporting for MLC TV.
Thank you, Joy. And that is the size of our package. Keep supporting us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV. Like and follow our Facebook pages, MLC TV, MLC TV 2, MLC TV Yoruba, and Egbiravabe MLC TV. Instagram, MLC TV 2021, Twitter, Malachi TV, and TikTok, Malachite_TV for your event coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comments, advert placement, or sponsorship. Please call or send SMS to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join Malachi TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Saturday 7 p.m. Political Arena, Sunday 6 p.m. Women's World, and Monday 9 a.m. The Opinion. It is Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please be your brother's keeper to build a happier and better society together. I am Jennifer Odimayo. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.